What's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Tiff with the T for those of you who don't know me. If this is your first time, welcome. Today we're going to jump right into the video. Before we do, give me a thumbs up. At some point during the video, if you could leave me a comment, share this video with a friend or two, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks to the internet, we can all be part of the conversation, and let's get it.
Listen. My mom always said one of the reasons, so my parents have been married close to 30 years. I have 9 siblings, clearly.
She was saying
yes
all the time.
And that's one of the things she told me. She it's awkward, right? It's my mom, but she was like to make because I asked her what are the keys to a long, healthy marriage, and she said one of the keys if you don't want your husband to step out is to just always say yes, because men have a higher sex drive than us.
Okay, that is true, but what if one night you just tired and he hey babe, let's get it on.
You
just
you could go
yes, and you just
because that's where there's mutual respect factor though. You need to know when's the time to please your man and do a thing for him, but vice versa. Yeah. If you don't want it like that, then it shouldn't be a fucking conversation. It shouldn't be it should be no fucking big deal.
Yeah,
You
just
shouldn't even get pissed off.
I don't want to do that stuff.
If you're with someone that has gone through sexual abuse in their life, intimacy is a lot different. It's not just
Okay, so before they get too much into it, before she goes off on a tangent about abuse, yes, there should definitely be a mutual respect between a man and a woman. If you're married, yeah, you are expected to please your husband and give him sex so that he doesn't step out, of course. However, so sometimes you're just not gonna be in the mood. And yes, your husband should respect that. However, as a woman, you have to understand that you can only do that so many times before your husband starts feeling some type of way. When you get married, the Bible does say that a man and a woman, they become one. So your body is his body and vice versa. So yes, of course, you still have the right to your body. You have the right to say no if you're just not in the mood. But he also has a certain right to your body as well. So you have to understand that need, respect that need, and attend to that need. Because if you don't, if your husband does feel neglected in the bedroom, he's going to start to step outside in order to fulfill his physical needs.
Just as simple as let's have sex. Sometimes, you have bad days, you have good days. So you need to be with a partner. If you, personally, I was sexually abused, in many different facets. So, my partner has to be very understanding with me.
Yeah.
So
and
that,
patient.
I have a friend who's Mormon, right? So I don't know if your mom is specifically
Catholic.
Yeah,
right?
Catholic. I know you were, but I don't know. She's Mormon. Her mom told her the same thing. And she got into a situation where some things happened with her man that she wasn't, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying. It's you have to have boundaries for yourself as a woman. Our body is this is our temple.
No.
This is our, and it's sacred. If you don't want it to be touched, if you don't want it no.
Well, it's not in a way like she does it because she has to. She loves my dad.
She wants to please
him. Yeah.
What about her pleasure?
But that's the key, though, is that she's okay with that. If she doesn't feel violated, then
that's okay.
By all means, she could do that as much as she wants.
But
me speaking as somebody who's also been sexually abused, I've been in that position where it's I feel obligated to please my partner, but I'm not comfortable with it. And it's they can clearly see the discomfort in me and not respect that. Then you start to wonder if they just see you as a sexual being, if they just see you as a toy rather than an actual person. Than an actual person that experienced something so terrible.
So on the flip side, do you guys think there's ever a point where it's it's been too long? Because in my opinion, if you haven't had sex with your husband in 2 or 3 years, he's going somewhere.
I'm going somewhere too.
Did you see how the girl in the middle's well, 2 or 3 years? Absolutely not. There's no reason why you should be in a relationship and depriving someone of sex for 2 or 3 years. If you're married, especially. It's not fair to say, oh, we're not gonna have sex, but you can't be with anybody else. No, he's definitely gonna wanna step out on you. So that's just facts.
That's
So
right.
we can take a trip.
Me out.
I'm out.
Like, and I wouldn't even blame them. Like, guys have to like do
feel like
that.
guys
But I
have
feel like
needs
it's
and so do
easy
women.
for us to sit here and write. You viewers are gonna hate me because I'm anti-man, and that's fine. It's very easy
It's a
to.
complicated ship.
It's easy to write off men and be like, well, they're fucking animals. No, they're
humans.
Oh.
with they can control their
me.
fucking.
Well, I don't advocate cheating. I've never advocated cheating. I don't think it's cool to cheat. But what I'm saying is, like, I think you have some level of responsibility as a wife to have sex with your husband.
I understand
And like,
what
so if
you're
you haven't
saying.
done it in like 2 or 3 years, like, I think I would understand if he left or told you he was going to sleep with someone
That's
else.
a part of being in a
Specifically,
relationship. That's
What?
a part of being in a relationship. But
Yeah.
2 and 3 years, that's different than like if you go through like.
What? That's a part of being in a relationship? Since when? That must be in the fine print.
Like if you go through like 2 or 3 months where you're not having sex. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
only
No, I
that-
understand.
Not only that, how complicated is the relationship or marriage for that person to not want to be sexually active with you? That's the thing. Like, what is he doing that's making her uncomfortable?
Well, have you ever seen?
Not necessarily even what is he doing that's making her uncomfortable. Like, what is wrong with you that you don't want to have sex? Like, you don't want to have sex in your relationship. That's strange to me. Let me know what y'all think, but I just think it's weird. 2 or 3 years, that's a really long time. If you're just talking about a few days, maybe a few months, tops, maybe you're really going through something in life, a couple days, few weeks, that's normal. A month or so, couple months, every once in a while, every few years, that might happen because of some certain life events. But for the most part, no.
A couple where the girl feels like she's settled and she's not really into him, but she just wants like kids. You never seen that?
I've
That
seen
is
that.
her fucking.
I've seen that.
That is her fault.
But I know, but the guy, but
Sister
I'm saying,
wives.
but I'm saying,
Sister
but
wives.
I'm saying a lot of times the guy doesn't know that. He doesn't know, like,
But
who
that's where
knows?
communication
Who
has to
knows?
be.
She couldn't blame him for that if he was to step out. And
That's what I'm
also,
saying.
that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
He lacks as well. Like he can't expect that communication from her, and he's not delivering that himself. Like that's where there's a two-way street.
Well, right. I mean, I think
I
like
feel
the
even
guy.
if you cheat, you're
Yeah.
cheating and you're disloyal to that marriage. You
Right.
made a commitment.
Oh, for sure. He should leave. He should leave. Yeah.
Religion you are. That's a commitment you
Yeah.
made to your wife.
Right.
You should say,
I'm with you. I don't
wow.
advocate cheating, but I would understand if he wanted to get a divorce on the grounds he hasn't had sex in 3 years.
If he vocalized that divorce and that separation
Yeah.
and his issues and then cooled down his thing, fair enough.
Yeah.
But if he was to go be petty and be like, cool, I haven't got anything from my wife, you might not even know the reason. Like, say she got abused or kidnapped or something, and she didn't feel comfortable to tell you, she didn't want you to look at her a certain way.
Well,
it's understandable.
yeah, but why did we
that's
jump to
lack
the-
of communication on
Yeah.
her part as well? Don't get twisted.
Yeah.
Definitely, but it's still lack of communication on his part. Like, he can never say he was in the right. They're both in the wrong.
No, I'm with you. I don't agree with cheating. Like, I'm never going to advocate for cheating. I don't think it's cool to cheat. But I understand, like, where men are coming from when they haven't, like, because that happens a lot.
They be getting pussy on the regs and still be
Go ahead,
cheating.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Gabby.
Also, I think it's important to note, like, in the day and age we're in, there's temptation
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
And let me tell you, if you have a
just
fine man
BS.
or a fine woman, there are people waiting.
Waiting.
Patiently waiting.
So it's like, you kind of do, like, you know, okay, also, like, I'm not saying women aren't, but men are a lot more, like, visual. Like,
Yeah.
women, we're a lot more internal, emotional. What are you doing for me? Like an exchange of, like, goods, almost. Like, what are you doing? That kind of turns us on.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The things you can, like, almost give us, in a way. But, like, men are, like, they'll see something and they want it, and they're like, ooh, sparkly, like,
Yeah.
like,
Well, they're more visual.
They're like
and
that
and
dog
also
from-
sex doesn't as like it's not as much to them as it is to
like,
us.
as a woman, I'm not gonna get a dick pic and be like,
Oh my
but
god.
as a man, like, he's gonna get a picture of a coochie or some titties, and he's gonna be like, I need to fuck this bitch right now. So,
That's so true. I think everybody's gotten that DM picture unsolicited most of the time. I've never gotten one and been like, oh my God, I need him right now. Like, that's just never gonna happen. Especially if I didn't ask for the picture. Like, creepy. But beyond that, men, they see, they don't think, they feel. They see, they feel. And it's just that automatic. And for women, we have to like, it has to be more than a physical feeling. It has to be an emotional feeling. So 100% I agree.
It's like, as a woman also, like, you have to kind of be aware of that. Like, bitches are lurking.
Yeah.
So you gotta,
The same way
I love
we
it.
can hold our own, I feel like they should hold their own. Like, if you,
I agree.
it's about what you want. Like, if you really want this, say I'm with a man, I've got my partner. If I want my man enough, no other guy will tempt me. Like, I could maybe look at a guy and be like, oh yeah, you're fine as fuck. Don't mean I want you though, sexually or...
You can just recognize that they're attractive.
Yeah.
Do you-
Level, but I might think, yeah, you're attractive. I could even think just as attractive doesn't mean I want her.
Yeah.
And I could have a man at home.
Well, do you
I'm
think
still gonna go
cheating?
home to him
Do you
and I
think?
ain't cheating.
Do you think cheating is different for men and women?
No.
Really?
I think
think
cheating
it
is
depends.
cheating.
I think it's really naive to say that cheating is not different for men and women. Our brains are wired completely differently. So the way we look at it and the way they look at it, if you put a group of men and a group of women in a room to have this conversation, the men are going to lean left and the women are going to lean right. That's just how it goes.
The principle is the principle. And
No, we're not
always
talking about we're not talking about the principle though. So what I'm saying, cheating is different for men and women. I think men can have sex with someone they don't even like and never want to see again. Where girls
because
like
they're heat
we
in the
have
moment
to.
type of being.
I could do that too.
Oh, really?
But naturally, men
kissed. Like,
No.
like
Naturally-
I'll just have, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in spaces
Yeah.
in my life where I don't even need to, like,
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's the norm? Because I don't feel like that's
But
the
what
norm.
is the norm?
What?
Like, who defines that norm?
I mean, statistics and like the like statistics,
I was
general
going to
data,
say-
anecdotal. Like you could take.
I was going to say that men are very much heat of the moment type of cheaters. And when it comes to women, it sometimes can be more on the emotional side. Because when you have a partner that you love dearly, but you feel like you're not getting enough from them emotionally, you might try to find that out elsewhere. And that becomes a problem. And that's why oftentimes men feel like it's worse when girls cheat because they're like, damn. That man is emotionally available and like, you know, my girl's happy talking to them.
Because women, from what I've seen, tend to cheat up. So like if they're cheating, it's like there's a reason. No. But I'm saying like we were even saying earlier. We were even saying earlier like, oh, we have to be worried about the ugly girl, like you know, because men will sleep with like goddamn anything, but like women, like if you're cheating.
Why is that though? Like, y'all don't have standards or what? No, I'm just playing with y'all. I wouldn't say that necessarily women cheat up. I would say that women go for men who are going to fulfill the need that their man is not fulfilling. The difference for me is that men, they can be getting fulfilled at home and still feel like they need something outside, or still feel like there's a kitty cat out there that they haven't got yet that they just want to try out just for the heck of it. The emotional thing, women can like cheat and then all of a sudden it changes the way they feel about their man at home. It's like, ugh, this dusty, crusty, like just things that normally didn't bother you are gonna start to bother you. It's like your mind just starts leaning towards the other person. You're thinking about them all the time. And it's like, you've kind of severed the ties of your other relationship in some way. So your home will start to suffer. And it's like a slow creep, I think, that happens. Like, it's not something that you realize right away. It's just like everything that he does just gets on your nerves, right? And then all of a sudden you realize like, oh my God, I actually want to be with this other guy. And that's why I think that's what makes men and women different, because men can cheat and never think about the woman again. He can come home, do what he's supposed to do for the home, and you won't even really know.
Cheating, from what I've seen, like usually the guy that they're cheating with has something the partner doesn't have. Where the girl, if he cheats, it's like she'll have nothing.
I have cheated before. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi,
I never said I was a good person. So in my experience, it was like mentally I was done. Like I didn't want to be with this motherfucker anymore. Like I was over. No, I'm so serious. Like I was like so done, and like it just, he wouldn't leave me alone, and I kept trying to break up with him the nice way, and then it was like I felt stuck. it for certain reasons, and then I would just like mentally I was done. I cheated, and I was like, I don't care anymore because you hurt me in so many ways emotionally. That's brought me to this point where I don't care. And like now, looking back, yes, I regret those actions because that's not right. I could have just put my foot down and not been a weak bitch and been like, I don't want to be with you. Goodbye, which I actually did do. And he just like would tell me no. Don't know how the fuck that works. Probably like when my therapist told me I was bipolar and I told her no. But you know, like I feel like for me personally, not speaking for all women, but it was like I didn't care. Like, because I was done. I would left the relationship mentally way before I cheated.
I feel like some women, when they do cheat, it's not like initially or like when they
It's
cheat
not the intention.
Yeah. It'll be like build up. So they'll start talking to somebody. They'll be fed emotionally, and then it gets to that point where it's like, okay, I'm gonna have sex with you. And I feel like not all women, but I feel like that emotional like boundary is like set, and then they like keep building, and then it ends up. Like,
that's why I watch the male friends.
The ones that are trifling, like they
they just go out and do whatever.
They really just pull up to the club and they're like, all right, I'm taking you home.
Exactly.
And then the other half are just like, I'm not getting what I need.
Yeah, I need to be fed somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta.
All right, let me know what you guys think about the conversation. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.